My name is Joe Levy from 1702 AI. We're a company that extensively uses MATLAB for image annotation. And today I want to show you how you can do the same and actually prepare your own data sets so that it can be ready for training instantly using Tensorflow. The video that I'm going to be tagging today is coming from my cell phone on the table, a bunch of fruits, all right, and it was just shot using an Android phone. So I want you to open up MATLAB and locate the directory where you have your movie. Next step, you just need to go to Apps, Video Labeler, and first of all, we're going to load a video. And we're going to load our video called Apples and Oranges. All right, FX4. Brilliant. Well, and let's see if we can play that back. Yeah, it's good. All right, let's first create a first label. So let's say we are going to label apples. So I'm going to create a first label. I like to always cap my labels. Like this, I know when I'm looking for labels, it's always written in cap letter. And you can choose if you want a bounding box, rectangle, if you want to draw lines or pixel label. I highly recommend rectangle for speed. All right. So here you see you have a labeler that appeared. I'm just going to hit play. All right, I'll pause. Here's an apple. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're not going to label here. No, that would be silly. We'll select an algorithm. I like to use the point tracker, which is kind of the same that we use in post-production in special effects. So choose the point tracker, then hit automate. There we go. And now look, I have my label here, apple. Just gonna drag a bounding box around my apple. I'm gonna zoom a little, go back to my label and adjust it. Remember, the more precise you are, the higher the confidence you will have with your model. All right. Pan like this. It looks a bit like After Effects, so it's very convenient for me. So your label selected, then look, I want you to hit run, and automatically it's going to track it. Obviously, when it leaves the frame, still here. Good, 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 and stop. Then you accept. All right. Now you're back to your non-automated version of the video labeler, and if I hit play, you'll see that I had one label. All right, cool. Let's go at an earlier point and label the second apple right here. Same thing. You go to automate. That's a mistake people do. They don't go to automate. So go to automate. Select your apple. Press run. So it's nicely tracking. Do a better job. Now accept it. I'm here. See what he did. You see my second tracker from earlier appeared. Good. Just gonna pause it right here. You see that's a bit it's not the best, unfortunately. Then you have to go frame by frame to readjust that. All right, so right now we have two apples. All right, let's create another label which is going to be the tomato label. All right? So label and tomato, yeah, tomate, like this. Do it in French. There you go. Okay, so I have my tomato label. All right. Remember, don't track here. You go to automate. All right. And then run. Let it run. And good. And accept it. Nice. Let's do another one. So let's assume you do obviously all the fruits that are on this video. So let's do another label called orange, French. So it's the same. Right here, automate, and let's go. Stop, accept, right? Got that, nice. I'm gonna go here, orange, make a bounding box, automate, all right, and run. Okay. All right. And cool. Accept. Let's export that because I don't want to track them all by hand, right? Right now, I mean, do all the labels. You got the picture. You know, once you do, let's assume that you've done all of them. So what's very important is, first of all, to save your session. I'm going to save it next to my apple oranges clip, and I'm going to call it video labeling session apples oranges. I guess I can always come back to it if I want. All right. The next step that you want to do is export your label, all right, to your workspace and using the ground truth. All right, that's very important. Good. I can save that. So now I'm in my MATLAB main window. What I do is, if I double click on my video labeling session, you see that I have 3 definitions, and I've labeled already 289. I have 289 labels. So bounding boxes like that, you'll see, because this video was shot at like 25 frames per second. So if my video is, let's say, 1 second, and I label one apple over 1 second, then I have 25 times 25 bounding boxes. The idea is the more bounding boxes, the more labels you have, then the richer your data set. So if, let's say now, I need to export this, right? I need to export this data as a text file with my coordinates of all my bounding boxes, so that I could then give that to my chief scientist so that he will be able to retain this data and input it as labeled data in TensorFlow. So I need to generate a text file for that. So I'm going to select the command write table. Don't worry, I'll give you that in the explanation. You'll be able to download the README file. Timetable to timetable. I want the ground truth of the labeled data of what? Apples and oranges. That's not my project. That's the name of my video. All right. Hit enter. Boom. Then here you got a text file that was created. I will show you how cool that is. Here's my text file. You're gonna have a bunch of text. All right, there you go. Let me expand it. So if you would populate this in Excel, you'd have different columns, but let's say the first one, Apple 1, Apple 2, etc., 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 what it is. So if I go here at, let's say, 2 seconds in the video, I see that I have one label, one bounding box. What does it mean? 478, and then 479, and then 426, and then 416. Well, very simple. Let's go to our video. Let's go at 2 seconds. All right. So that's our orange. All right. So I'm dealing with the orange. But what does it mean, those numbers? Well, I need to open up QuickTime, do Command I, and you see that the size of my video is 1440 by 810. What does it mean? It means that have 1400 pixels by 810, X and Y. All right. Now, I don't know, using the annotation tool from MATLAB, if my origin is going to be at the center, top left, or bottom left. I don't know that yet. But this is going to make sense, a little bit of sense for you, more sense. Look, when you go to the text file and you go at 2 seconds, I do know that this is the label of my orange. So those are my coordinates in 474 on the x-axis, 513 on the y-axis. And then they're like, well, what the hell is that? Well, that's the width of your bounding box on that frame, and that is the height of your bounding box. Width is 429 pixels by 418 pixels. And then you would have, like, sometimes you see at 3 second, 3.6 second, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you have 12 coordinates. You're like, guys, what's that? Well, it means that you have 3 labels. Why? Well, it's very simple. If you go to the video, if I have like 12 coordinates, it must mean I'm on that frame where I was putting my bounding box around the tomato, the apple, and the orange. Let's check that out. Let's go back to the video labeler section, because I'm doing this because I really want you to understand. Look, let's take that one at like 3 second, 3.4 second. You see here, right there, 3.4 second, I have about 12 labels. All right, let's go to the video labeler. Let's load a session. It's right here, that session. Let's go at 3 seconds, 3.4 seconds. 3.4. Yeah, there you go. You can see? Yeah, okay, almost. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. At 3 second 3, I'm supposed to have 4, 8, 12, 16 coordinates. I mean, 8 coordinates, 3.4 seconds, right here. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that? 754 by 184. That's the center of this bounding box. X-axis, Y-axis. All right? And then it gives me 120 by 93. What is it? 120 pixel across by 93 pixel in the height. All right? So that's it, guys. You see how you can label that. It's fairly easy, and that's how you can build wonderful data sets. Thank you very much. Take care and have a lovely day.